Hello, my name's Brianna. Welcome to your practice today. Today's practice will be offered using a chair. The chair that I'm using today doesn't have any arms, so whether you have a chair that has arms or not may impact your ability to do this practice. So whenever you're ready, you might choose to get started sitting on the chair, possibly with your feet on the floor. So maybe sitting down, maybe having your back against the back of the chair, possibly with your feet on the floor. And next you might choose to begin by dropping one ear toward the same side shoulder. So maybe leaning your head to where your ear moves down toward that shoulder. Possibly noticing any sensation on the side of your neck. And whenever you're ready, you might choose to bring your head back upright and maybe lean toward your opposite shoulder. So maybe bringing the opposite ear, if you'd like to do it on both sides, toward that shoulder. Possibly noticing sensation in your neck or your shoulders. Maybe noticing sensation for 3, maybe 2, and 1. When you're ready, you might bring your head back upright. And from here, you could choose to drop your chin toward the upper part of your body. The amount that you move your head forward is up to you. If you're choosing to drop your chin toward the upper part of your body, you might notice sensation in the back of your neck. And if you don't notice sensation, that's totally okay too. Maybe bringing your head back upright. And if you'd like, you could choose to do that one more time. So maybe dropping your chin toward the upper part of your body. When you're ready, you could choose to bring your head back upright. From here, if you'd like to combine some of those motions that you did with your head, you might choose to drop one ear toward your shoulder on that same side. Maybe rolling your head to where your chin is toward your upper body. And then possibly rolling your head then to where your opposite ear is toward your opposite shoulder. And if you'd like, you can add some motion into this by finding some sort of flow between the 3. So maybe rolling your head in a semicircle. Noticing that the speed at which you move your head is totally up to you. So if you are choosing to bring motion into your head and neck, you might decide to continue for another 3, maybe 2, possibly 1. And in your own time, you can bring your head back upright. And while you're in this sort of center form, You might check in and see if you have any sensations in your neck or your shoulders. And if not, that's totally all right. From here, you might choose to bring some movement into your shoulders. One way you could do that might be to raise your shoulders up toward your ears. And you might choose to bring them back down. If you do choose to bring them up and down, if they go down past maybe like a normal for you setting of your shoulders, that's your choice. So maybe up above where they naturally rest and down below where they naturally rest. You might choose to continue this movement with your shoulders, bringing them up and down. You might notice that the speed at which you move and the range at which you move them is totally up to you. Another option for bringing movement into your shoulders could be rolling them. So if you did choose to roll your shoulders, what you might do is possibly bring your shoulders up towards your ears, back toward the back of your chair, maybe bringing them down, possibly bringing them forward, and then back up. So you might find that you can choose to roll your shoulders back. And if you're someone who in this moment wants things to be even, there will be an opportunity to move your shoulders forward after this. So the two ways that you can bring movement into your shoulders if you choose is to bring them up and down or in backward circles. Maybe continuing this movement for 3, possibly 2, perhaps for 1. And if you'd like, you can continue either one of those, or you might choose to roll your shoulders forward, maybe by bringing them up toward your ears, possibly forward, maybe bringing them back down, and then possibly bringing them back toward the back of your chair, and finding some sort of flow between those if you are choosing to roll your shoulders forward. And if you're choosing to bring movement into your shoulders, you might notice sensation in the front of your body or the back of your body. So maybe moving your shoulders for 3, perhaps 2, and maybe 1. And whenever you're ready, you can bring yourself back to kind of the center form. And if you'd like, you could check in and see if there are any sensations in your muscles that you might notice. Maybe, maybe not. From here, if you'd like, you can bring some movement into your spine, into your back. And so to do this, you might choose to scoot a little away from the back of your chair, possibly bringing your hands to the tops of your legs. And from here, if you'd like to bring some movement into your spine, you might lift your upper body toward whatever's above you, whether it's the ceiling or the sky. And this might, if you are choosing to do this, might put a bend in your spine. So maybe lifting your chest or your upper body toward whatever is in front of you or above you. And if you'd like, if you are choosing to do this, you might also choose to lift your chin upward. at whatever range is available to you today that doesn't cause pain. From here, you might bring the opposite sort of bend to your spine, maybe by collapsing your shoulders forward and rounding your upper back. And if you do choose to do this, you might move your chin toward your upper body. So maybe rounding your shoulders forward, moving your chin toward your upper body, and rounding your upper back. You're welcome to choose to kind of hang out in either one of those, or if you'd like to link the two, you might choose to reach your upper body upward, possibly having your face forward and up as well, and then maybe rounding your back and shoulders. There's also an option here to link your breath. So possibly breathing out with one form and in with another. And whichever combination you choose is totally up to you. Maybe bringing this movement into your spine for 3, possibly 2, and perhaps 1. Whenever you're ready, you can choose to come back to this center form. From here, you're welcome to continue focusing on your spine by bringing a twist. So one way you might choose to bring a twist is maybe bringing both hands to one leg. So maybe bringing both hands to one leg, maybe the outside of one leg. Another option would be taking the outermost hand and reaching it behind your chair. So 2 options to bring a twist into your spine. One could be to bring both hands on the outside of one leg. And another option could be to bring your outermost hand to the back of your chair, maybe wrapping your arm around the chair. And from here, you might choose to add a little breath, either into your inhale, your exhale, or both. Maybe bringing this twist into your spine for 3, maybe 2, possibly 1. And at your own pace, untwisting your spine. And if you'd like an option to do that on the other side, so possibly bringing both hands to the outside of the opposite leg. Maybe noticing any sensation in your spine there or in your back. Another option could be bringing the outermost arm around the back of your chair. And you can choose to do something different on both sides. So just because you chose to do it one way on one side doesn't mean you have to do it on the other side. It's up to you what you do with your body. So maybe bringing this twist to your spine, possibly adding some breath to the inhale or exhale if you'd like. Maybe choosing to twist for 3, possibly 2, perhaps for 1. And in your own time, at your own pace, straightening your spine, untwisting your spine. From here, maybe checking in if there are any sensations in your muscles or on your skin that you notice, and maybe not. So from here, you might choose to bring some extension into your legs. So one way to do that could be possibly scooting a little bit toward the edge of your chair and maybe extending one leg. I'm going to tip my chair over. Maybe extending one leg out straight, either in front of you, or you might choose to bring it to the side, or anywhere in between. Totally your choice. So maybe bringing an extension into your leg in front of you, maybe toward the side, or anywhere in between. And if you're choosing to bring this extension into your leg, you might notice some sensation in the back of your leg. You might also notice that you can choose to have your toe pointed or flexed. You might also notice that you can move in between the two. So maybe alternating between pointing and flexing. And whether you're choosing to hold one or the other or move in between, maybe noticing sensation in your leg. Possibly noticing for 3, maybe 2, perhaps for 1. And in your own time, you might choose to bring that leg back in a bent form in front of you. And if you'd like, you could choose to do that on the other side. So maybe extending the opposite leg if you'd like, maybe out in front of you, possibly toward the side, or anywhere in between. And maybe you choose where you'd like to land your leg based on what you're noticing in your body, if you are noticing anything in your body. And if not, you might just choose a place to put your leg. Totally up to you. And if you're choosing to extend your leg, you might notice that you can have your toe pointed. You can also choose to bend or flex your toe or your foot, your ankle. And you may choose to move between the two. Possibly noticing any sensation in your leg. Maybe noticing for 3, perhaps for 2, and possibly 1. And in your own time, you might bring that leg back to the center. And from here, if you'd like, you can do a forward fold. And so what that might look like, you could choose to have your knees bent, or you can choose to have your legs straight. And if you are choosing to do a forward fold, maybe having your legs bent or straight or somewhere in between. So maybe having your legs bent or straight for a forward fold or somewhere in between. And whenever you find what form of your legs works for you, from there you might bring your upper body toward the top of your legs. Possibly noticing that the range that you bend forward is up to you. Feel free to have your hands on top of your legs, or if you'd like, you can allow your arms to kind of dangle on the side of you. If it's available to you, you may allow your upper body to collapse over your legs. And if you're choosing to do a forward fold, you might notice sensation in your back. Possibly noticing that the range at which you forward fold is up to you if you're choosing to fold forward. Maybe folding forward for 3, possibly 2, and perhaps 1. From here, bringing yourself back upright. Maybe noticing any sensations in your muscles. Maybe not. And from here, we'll move into something that you might find more restful. And you might find kind of having less tension in your muscles restful, or you may find movement restful. Whichever form of rest you decide to take, we'll go ahead and move into that portion of your practice today. So whether you're choosing stillness or movement, you'll have about 1 minute of this form of rest that you choose. So I'll go ahead and count that minute in my head, so it may be off by a few seconds. And then I'll re-enter my voice into your practice whenever that minute is up. So go ahead and begin your rest whenever you're ready. And in your own time, whether you were choosing stillness or movement, possibly bringing awareness to the end of your practice, maybe noticing anything that came up in your body or mind, mindfully acknowledging it. Everything's welcome. So we'll go ahead and wrap up your practice today. I appreciate you being here, and wherever you are, I hope you have a really good rest of the day. Bye.